Yo, what's up, y'all? I really don't have an intro. I'ma just say what's on my mind, and hopefully y'all can, bear with me. Sometimes, well, no, I wouldn't even say sometimes. Oftentimes, when I speak, I say a lot of inspirational things, give wisdom, give advice, and etc. Because it just naturally flows. But if it comes out, it comes out. If it don't, it don't. What I'm saying is the mind can really be a blessing and a curse. And I really need y'all to understand that because life can be life is going to come at you full force, and depending on how your mental state is, if you're not mentally stable, your mind is going to tell you things, right? And these things most likely won't be positive. They're gonna be bad. Not only gonna be bad, they're gonna be god awful. Which is why I say the mind could be a blessing and a curse. Because on the other side of that bad, there's good, and the mind can tell you things like you're worth it, you're this, that, and the third. Because the world is getting so much worse, and life can get so much worse. But every day is a chance. Every day is a chance. Every day is a chance for me to learn something that could change the trajectory of my life. And not only that, the only reason my current reality hasn't changed yet is because of two things. A lack of, what is the word I want to use? A lack of skill and a lack of knowledge. Those are the only reasons why my life hasn't changed yet. Because I'm not skillful enough yet. I'm not knowledgeable enough yet. Because if I was, I wouldn't be in the predicament that I am now. Of course, I'm always learning and things like that. But once you get to a certain skill level, the game changes. You're not worried about the same thing anymore. You're not having the same problems anymore. Like, I'm thinking about getting so skilled to the point where I don't have to worry about money anymore. That's how I'm trying to get. Because as you start off, it's like you don't know anything, so you really got to work a 9 to 5, and 9 to 5, it's not really necessarily you doing anything that involves your head space. Like you're doing more physical stuff than you thinking, if that makes sense. Like you're more hands-on than you're thinking. It's more physical than mental. It doesn't take much to work at a Cane's or McDonald's, not to discredit them because they do work hard, but it's more of a physical than it is a mental. Versus if it's a skill, I am mentally equipped. Is these white people finna? My fault, y'all. I'm sorry. But like I was saying, I feel like once you have this skill, it's like you're mentally equipped to do this thing so well that it's not even gonna take you that long to do, and you could probably do it in a matter of 30 minutes to an hour, get paid good money, and go on about your life. Because I think people need to understand that money isn't the end all be all. But a lot of people can't, not even can't, they haven't gotten to that point because of how important the money is in life right now. You see people stressing about their bills because they don't have enough money. Their kids need to eat. Summer's finna happen. Like everything. Because you never know somebody's situation. So somebody could be worried about, okay, what they gonna do for summer? What they gonna eat? They gonna be at home, so they gonna eat more. Or when school come around and they need some new clothes, like, bro, it all come 90% of problems come down to the money. And that's why I'm at in my mind, I'm like, the skill matters more than matters more than almost anything right now. Besides God, don't matter more than God. Nothing matter more than God. But the skill matters basically more than anything. To be honest with y'all, because like I said, you wouldn't be at that job if you were skillful. You wouldn't be at that job if you knew how to run a clothing brand successfully. You wouldn't be at that job if you knew how to become a profitable trader. You wouldn't be at that job if you were successful at content. That's just the reality of your situation and my situation as well. But you have to understand that with these skills and it takes time. Like as I learn more and getting this, as I learn more and being in this content industry, and you really and trying to do things a different way, I'm learning about so many different things. Like I'm learning about photography, I'm learning about cinematography, I'm learning about film direction. I'm learning about so many different things. I'm learning about what camera to use and whether the camera is really important or not, and how it's mainly the focus of you. It's like little things like that. Knowing whether it's the camera or is it just a lack of skill. Like things like that, bro. And it takes time. But as young people, well, I'm gonna just say most people, but specifically young people, it takes us longer to understand that because we want it now, now, now because of what we see. But then it's like you have to come to a conclusion that what you see is not reality. What you see is not reality. Especially now, what you see is not reality. You gotta like see things with. I'm sorry, y'all. If y'all see me looking all around, what? My bad, y'all. I'm back. But when y'all see me looking all around, it's because I'm in the parking lot right now and people is driving like this way. So when y'all see people, a car pass this way, I'm like, and they looking in my car. That's why I'm trying to hurry up and finish this part. But what was I saying? It's not what this is what I was saying. It was not what you think it is. It's smoke and mirrors. A lot of people they faking an image. They faking an image for the internet and they trying to keep up with the internet. But the internet don't care about you. The internet don't care about your pockets. They're not worried about you. They doing their own thing. Understand that. Know that. That you gotta go on your own pace. And another thing, bro. Lastly, I don't know if I've said this in any other videos, and I know I say that a lot as well. But when you're on your path and you look to your left and you look to your right and you see your friends doing better than you, number one, congratulate them. Don't envy them. Don't be jealous of them. Number two, the only way they could be better than you or doing better than you is if you're comparing yourself to them. That's the only way. The only way that they could possibly be doing better than you is if you're comparing yourself to them. Why? Especially if you're trying to do something like content, which is it's not traditional. It's not traditional. It's not, bro. Cause a lot of people they listen to their parents. Not to say that you can't make that decision on your own, but a lot of people listen to their parents and go to college. A lot of people listen to their parents and maybe might want them to go to blue collar, whatever the case may be. But if that's not your path, that's not your path. And you can't be jealous of them. You gotta really go at your own pace and understand that really in your heart. So every time that you come what's it called? What am I trying to say? I'm sorry, y'all. What I'm trying to say is whenever that thought pops into your mind, know that. Know that you're on a different path. And understand that's gonna take way more time. Like a lot of my friends, if I was comparing myself to like this one friend I have, if I was comparing myself to, I'm not gonna say, you know what I'm saying? If I was comparing myself, I'd be like, damn, what am I doing with my life? But I don't see it that way because what I'm doing takes a lot of time and effort. Not to say that what he or she's doing isn't, but what I'm doing takes way more time to be successful at. It takes way more time to sit behind a screen and edit to make sure my content is not only aesthetically pleasing but informative, give value, and entertaining, and to retain the attention of the audience. That's not an easy thing. And then, you know, thumbnails and good audio quality and all of these things. So I can't look at this person and say, hey, you have this amount of money and this, that, and the third. I can't do that. It doesn't make sense to do that, right? It doesn't. So know that, bro. Know that. Yo. What's up, y'all? This is Saturday. I'm kind of tired. I was working. I was putting in work yesterday, and I mean putting in work. But we chilling. I just came from the Waffle House. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell y'all my Waffle House order. I'm going all-star special, large bowl of grits, white toast, because I'm not getting no toast other than white toast. Scrambled eggs, regular waffle, and OJ. I don't think you should get anything else than that, to be honest with you. Because everything else, when you look on the menu, it look trash, if I'm being honest. It's complete trash, complete dog water. But what I want to talk about is success and how people would rather you have like a struggle story or an origin story that's rooted in struggle so they can congratulate and appreciate your success. A lot of people would rather you be down bad on your dick and make it than you simply just make it. And that's very odd to me because people come from different walks of life and the journey is different for everybody. So someone might get there faster than you, and that's okay. That's fine. You're not them. They come from a different background. That's all right. And you have to learn to accept that. But then when you on the flip side, when you don't, it's like people you have to understand that people are miserable and knowing that misery loves company. And when misery loves company, they will allow you to get complacent. And what I mean by that is as this miserable person tries to project their misery onto you, they want you to feel the same way so you can, you know what I'm saying, so they can feel better about the position that they're in life, which breeds complacency, resulting in cutting corners in life, which people do oftentimes. We make every little excuse in the world, every little excuse. And it's like, when you gonna stop holding yourself back? Because if we can be honest, a lot of the times, it don't be a lack of resources. It don't be a lack of ability. Sometimes it's just you. But a lot of people aren't honest enough to say that. Baby, I'm not going as hard as I should be. And I'll be talking about this with my friends, with the bros, with the guys. When we was just having dinner the other day, or like 2 days ago. We can go harder, and we know that. So we plan on doing that. Like, we got a video that's coming out soon. Go to the GSM, like, go to the Gunshot page. Go to the Gunshot page. Search up Gunshot on YouTube. But yeah, if you can be honest with yourself and say, bro, that's me, then that is where everything starts. Because if you can't take accountability for your own actions, you can't get anywhere. You will stay stagnant. That is literally the first step in order to achieve your success. In order to achieving your success, my bad. That's the first step, to be accountable. Maybe I'm not putting out content the way I should be. Maybe I'm not posting enough TikToks like I should be. Maybe I'm not getting my name out there like I should be. Maybe I'm not learning as much as I need to be learning. Maybe I'm not doing the things to do. I'm not doing the things that I know I need to do. And not only that, I'm not using everything at my disposal to the best of my ability. I'm not using it to the best of my ability. So there's a lot of things that factor into you being your best self and you achieving success as fast as possible. And that is important. It is very important. Because I can look at myself and be like, okay, I do this, and this, but I don't do this and this and this. I can acknowledge what I've done, but I can also look at what I haven't done. And that's not like, oh, you're always find something to nitpick. Like, no, I'm acknowledging me doing good. I'm acknowledging me putting out videos. I'm acknowledging my greatness. I'm acknowledging my growth. But while I have growth, I still have things I need to work on. And a lot of people can't do that. And if a lot of people were able to do that, they would get farther in life. But you got to be able to look yourself in the mirror and say, we got work to do. And that's it. You got to put in that work, bro. Be smart with it, clever with it, and work smarter, not harder. I'm better, I'm better, I'm better. Yo, what's going? I came from a workout not too long ago. I got this big coat on for no reason. But yeah, I came from a workout. Boy, I had a great time. Uh, bro, added a new movement in. I tested the weight, bro. 360 on a leg press feels great. Feels great. Telling you, feels great. One thing that I want to talk about, bro, because my cousin wanted me to touch on this topic. Even though I've already talked about this before, I don't mind talking about it again. And that's relationships. And one of the things that I want to talk about when it comes to relationships is that don't ignore the red flags. Because if you, man, don't ignore the red flags. Because if you don't ignore the red flags, it will save you a lot of time. It will save you from getting hurt. It will save you from being in pain. It's preventative. And what I mean by that is, instead of getting hurt and now you have to heal that hurt, you're doing preventative care. So instead of you having to find the cure, You prevent yourself from even getting hurt in the first place, which makes you need the cure. So just take preventative measures, bro. Like if somebody's trying to waste your time, don't let them. If they manipulative, don't let them. If you see they verbally abusive, don't let them. If you see they don't have a good relationship with women, don't let them. If you see they don't have a good relationship with men, don't let them. If you see how they view men as only money and they view women as only their body, don't let them. It's so many red flags, and they'll pop out like this. They'll pop out. Trust me, they'll pop out. Just pay attention. Pay attention. They'll pop out easy, easy. And man, it's so crazy to me, bro. Like I said, the manipulation, all of it, and you'll be grateful. Like in my experience dealing with the manipulation and dealing with all of those things, if I would have just paid attention, not even paid attention and not disregard everything that was in my face, I would have been left. I would have been left. I would have been left. I would have saved myself a lot of hurt. I would have saved myself a lot of time. I would have saved myself a lot of energy. And like and secondly, the maturity aspect, bro. It's a lot of people that not looking for something serious, but they want to be in your life. Like they don't want anything serious with you, but they just want your attention and they want your time. So they don't want to keep bothering you. They want to keep texting you, want this, that, and the third. Don't allow them to do that either. People are really like that. They don't want nothing to do with you, but as soon as they see you pop out doing something else or being with somebody else or having something new going on, they want all of a sudden they want to text you now. That's strange. You didn't want nothing serious with me, but now that I'm doing all these different things, you want to talk to me now. Stay away from people like that. And don't allow your love for someone to be consuming. Brendan, what do you mean by assuming? Nico, what do you mean by consume? I said assuming. Consuming. What do you mean by that? And what I mean by that is that you don't want to love a person so much that you lose yourself. That is probably one of, if the most dangerous thing that you could possibly do in a relationship. To love someone to the point where it's consuming, it consumes you. That you love someone to the point where you forget who you are. You forget what you like. You forget what you do because all of you is focused on this person. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. It's not good for you. It's not healthy for you. No, in no relationship should it be like that. None. You have to understand that, okay, this person has their life and they do what they do and they have their hobbies and they have their friends and they're going to go out and have some fun and they're going to do all these different type of things. And this is their career and this, that, and the third. That is what they're going to do. That is who they are. And then they have the relationship. Just like you have your hobbies, you have your life, you do what you need to do, and then you have your relationship. You gotta love you, bro, for real. People, like, I think that's the problem too. That's another problem. A lot of the problems in relationships stem from a lack of love, a lack of self-love and self-hate. You don't view yourself as worthy. You don't view yourself as someone that should have a relationship. You don't view yourself as someone that can be ready for a relationship or that can maintain a good relationship. You don't view yourself as that person. And not only that, you don't even view yourself as good. You don't even view yourself, I said view, you don't even view yourself as someone that can be loved. So before any of the relationship stuff, you have to start there. You have to start there. there. I said, start there. You gotta start there. I say, okay, you gotta look yourself in the mirror and literally say, I do love myself. And for a lot of people, that takes time. You have to learn to love yourself. That you're smart, that you're powerful, that you're intelligent, that you have the ability to bring your thoughts into reality, that you have great creativity, that you are very proficient, that you can see things, you have so much knowledge that you can see something before it happens. You're caring, you're kind, all of these things, you have to tell yourself that, and you have to become that you're consistent, that you're disciplined. All of these things, you have to become that. And it's so much that goes into relationships, and a lot of the problems, I think, or let me say it like this: what I've seen on the internet lately, when it pertains to or relates to relationships, I'm seeing a lot of red pill content from women and the things that they're saying. I'm seeing women, again, only view men as for money, and they don't view men as human. I saw a video where a lady, and this lady was 30 years old, mind you, she was 30 years old. She said, I've come to the realization that men have feelings. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, it took you 30 years for you to figure that out? It took you 30 years to figure out that men are human too? It took you 30 years that it took you 30 years to figure out that we have needs too and wants too, just like you, a human being? And that blew me, because it's like, you don't view us as human. You view us as, I guess, a robot, and as, well, a pocketbook where you can just take, and you don't give. You don't give at all. All you do is take. All you do is receive. You never dish out. That's terrible. That's terrible. And if any women's young ladies see this, bro, it's okay to, if you go on a date, you know what I'm saying, pay for it. It's okay. It's okay to get your man gifts. It's okay. If you got a good man, and the fact that I even gotta say that is wild to me. If you got a good man, treat that good man right. It's that simple. Yo, every day we eat good. Tismala. What's up, yo, bro? What's today? Today is Wednesday. I'm chilling right now. I ain't really doing too much. I just wanted to get out and film. I realized I didn't have enough film, and I need to film. Man, I need to film. But that's besides the point. I just been thinking about how to minimize my stress, cause I be stressing, but how to minimize it as much as possible. And the only way to really keep doing that is to do what I've been doing, to really take the time to create and give myself time to be creative and think of ideas, and stay away from people that only provide stress, and stay away from situations that only provide stress, and prevent situations that only provide stress. Because it's like, once your mind is filled with so many things, you can't really do anything. Like, you're thinking of so many things at once that you need to do, that you end up doing nothing at all. And that's how it be for me. I think of so many things at once that I end up doing nothing. It's like, it can't be that way. And I have to constantly speak positivity speak positivity into my life, because life can be so cruel and life can be so negative, and there can be times where I am very pessimistic, but I have to tune that out as much as possible because I know the reality that I want for myself. I have to constantly remind myself of the future that I want and the work that has to be put in for me to get that future. That there has to be days where I'm working and working and working, and it's not always gonna be like that. But there's gonna be days where I'm really putting in the time. There's gonna be days where I might not get no sleep. It's gonna be days like that, and that's all about part of the journey. Because the type of dreams that I have are not normal to the average person, and it requires a lot more. Especially, I'm not in the best position in life right now in multiple aspects, but I just have to keep pushing because it has to be more to life than this. That's the way that I look at it. It has to be more to life than this, because the days is going to pass me by, and if the days are going to pass me by, I'd rather them go by and me put in work. I'd rather them go by and me hang out with the guys and put in work. I'd rather them go by and spend time with the people that I love and put in work. I'd rather it be that, but I don't want the days to pass me by and I look back 20 years, or yeah, I look back 20 years and ask myself, man, what was I doing? That even in probably one of the worst spots in life, I still have to go after my dreams. Even if I have little to no money in my pocket, I still have to make a way somehow. Even if I have little resources, I still have to make a way. I still got to give it all I got because it has to be more to life. And I can't just give in. Because if I give in, then this is all life has to offer. Right now, I'm working a 9 to 5. Is that all life has to offer? Obviously not. But some people are, let me say it like this, some people are okay with that. And that's okay because we need functioning members of society. But I'm not okay with that. I want more for me. I want to be able to go on trips. I want to be able to go see the world. I've never been outside of the country. The first place that I want to go to is Brazil. That's one of the first places I want to go to when I get the chance to go out of the country. Is Brazil. Because if y'all don't know, Brazil has the second biggest black population in the world. First is Africa. And I think the third is Colombia. I think. But I want to go there. And with the rate things is going, I'm not gonna be able to do that at this job. I gotta get another job. I'm in the process or trying to get another job. And it's a lot, and it can be very overwhelming. Very overwhelming. But you really have to find a way to, I guess, balance it out. That's not the word I really wanted to use, but I'm just gonna use that word for now. To balance it out. That you really do need to take time and calm your nerves, because stress is a killer, bro. Stress is really a killer. I've seen people's hair turn gray. I've seen people's face get puffy. I've seen people have bald spots and lose hair. I've seen a lot of things, and I know what stress can do to a person, especially when you're young. How many young people would look different if they weren't as stressed? There's a lot of young people my age walking around that look way older than they are, and the main reason for that is because of stress. Their stress is too high. They have to worry about cost of living, which is constantly going up. They have to worry about rent, which is constantly going up. They have to worry about car insurance and the credit card bills. Like I said, rent, they gotta make sure they get something to eat. They gotta worry about maintenance for the car. And then if you got a family, that's a whole nother thing. Then you gotta get health insurance. And then you have health insurance. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot to just be a human, a functioning human to the best of your abilities. That alone is a lot. Being a human is so complex, and I think as people we forget that sometimes. Like, the design of a human being is beautiful, but it's also a lot. It's a lot that goes into being a human being, bro. So as life takes its course, you got to give yourself grace, and you got to give yourself time. And I know you'd be like, Brandon, I don't got time, I don't got this or this. I understand why you're saying that. I understand it. But you have to give yourself time. You have to. You don't have a choice. You can't rush any of what's going on. Right now, I'm not in the position that I want to be in at all. Me and the bros had a conversation of we not in the position that we want to be in at all. We are nowhere close to what we dream about and what our imagination. it's it's not even close. And since it's not even close, we have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of work to do. And we've acknowledged that fact. And we coming for everything that is ours. Everything that is meant to be mine, I'm coming for that. I'm not worried about what is for them and what is for them and what is for them. What's for them is for them. What's for me is for me. I'm gonna get what I need to get. And one thing that I'm gonna always remember when I make it, because I'm speaking positivity. See, you gotta speak positive into your life. But when I make it, is that I never, excuse my language, but I never had to F anybody over. I never had to cut corners and be cool with somebody so I can get support from them and that'll boost my channel. I never had to do that. I never will do that to succeed. I'm going to be able to make it. And I didn't have to eat off nobody's plate. That I created my own plate. And I bring my own chair to sit at the table. That I'm going to make it and I'm going to make it and still be me. And I didn't have to change. And the only way that I change is that I change for the better. And I'm going to look back at this video and remember that. I can look back at my whole channel just for a reminder. Just keep working, work smart. Because there's no point of working. It's plenty of people that work hard, but they don't work smart. So we work smart, we put in work, we get our stuff out there, and we change lives and we inspire others. This content stuff is for life, I'm telling you. This content stuff is for life. I don't think I'll ever stop doing content. Ever. Like right now, I don't think I'll ever stop because it's what it's like it's in me, pause. Like pause, no freaky. But it's in me to do it. Like seriously, it's in me to do it. I've thought about college multiple times. I used to think about college a lot actually. And I would sit there and think, for me to even go to college, what would I be going to college for? And I couldn't think of anything. So I made that decision what, sophomore year. I was like, you know what? I'm just not gonna go. And a lot of people have asked me, what are you gonna do with your life? And I don't really I don't think I had an answer for them for two reasons. One was because I'm a behind the scenes type of dude and I didn't want anybody to know what I wanted to do. Secondly, when I was younger, I was my mental health was very bad to the point where when people would ask me that question, I didn't have an answer for them because I couldn't imagine making it to that age, if that makes sense. So when people would ask me, "What do you want to do?" at a certain age, I just didn't know because I imagine being 13 years old and you can't fathom that you would make it to 15, or you're 14 and you can't imagine you'll make it to 16. So it's different. It's different, but all of this is gonna change, y'all. For the last part of the video, I'm gonna just speak this positivity. It's more positivity. Eventually, y'all gonna see me in a new car. Y'all gonna see a lot more scenery. Y'all gonna see a whole different lifestyle. No matter how long it takes. Because sometimes people get years into what they want to do and they stop. But I can't stop. This is for real. This is for real. I'm gonna see y'all on the other side.